Hey everyone, so I wanted to take this moment to talk about compassion in times of inconvenience. And there are two instances today where I will always remember that when you rely on compassion and you use that to communicate that to others, then life works out better than you would have ever expected. So literally there are two there are two instances where I went to two different restaurants and their payment systems were having issues. Keep in mind these are two completely different restaurants, about an hour away, different cuisines, have nothing to do with each other. The only common denominator was that I went to both of them in the same day at different times. And I went up, I ordered, and then their payment systems were having issues. And by the end of it, I got free food. And compassion had a big part in both of these stories because, you know, in one of the times I was on my way to a meeting with an important client, and when the payment system was freezing up inside, I felt panic rising up because I was afraid, oh, what if I'm late because of this? But I remember just how hard the restaurant staff was really working to get their payment system up and running, and I could see that, and you know, I used that to quell the panic within me. And then before I knew it, they just let me have free food, which was amazing. And then the other time was, getting my daughter a slice of pizza, and they didn't have the pizza ready yet. So we waited a few minutes, and they didn't have the right soda in the soda machine that my daughter wanted, so they changed out the syrup. There was all these little things that could have set me off, but I'm not that kind of person that gets set off too easily. And also, I knew these things happen. They just happen. And when their payment system wasn't working at the second place, they let us have free food. And I think that when I rely on compassion, it allows me to communicate clearly and show my gratitude. And pretty sure because I did that, that's why the restaurant staff at both of these restaurants had no problem with me walking away with free food. If I was the kind of person that got angry really quickly and automatically took the stance of me against the world and the world is against me, pretty sure that the restaurants wouldn't have been so happy about giving me free food. They could have even refused business to me and told me to go off to another restaurant. And I'm not saying that we will never lose our cool. I mean, I've certainly lost my cool sometimes, but I usually try to make sure it's for good reason. Or if it's not for good reason, I find that it was something that I was projecting, I try to apologize. But I believe that compassion really makes a difference in the way you communicate and in the way that we approach the world. And I got free food out of it. But I think the free food was just proof of the power of compassion. And that's why I say that sometimes when you show compassion to somebody or an entity like a business or an organization, things happen better than you ever expected. And I attribute that to compassion more so than gratitude. So if you're ever finding yourself in a time of inconvenience, just try to lean into compassion for yourself and compassion for the other party, and see where you end up at, and let me know what you think. So talk to you later.